Yo, welcome. This is Hurls. I'm going to be doing this little thing called Lucha Underground Review. I'm going to be going through all the seasons of Lucha Underground, and we're going to be talking about it, reviewing it, and telling you what I think. It's going to be a fun journey. I can't wait to really get a good look at the whole Lucha Underground as a whole. I never really watched it per se. Seen bits and pieces. Never really had El Rey, but they used to show it on Univision, I believe, which was a Spanish channel. So that's really all I've kind of seen from Lucha Underground. Like, I always knew about it, and I know who the wrestlers were. I kind of knew the storyline, but I never really got to start it from the very, very first episode. So when it came to Netflix, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Why don't we, they got the partnership with Impact Wrestling. So it's kind of like, you know what? There's no excuse to not review the whole seasons and episodes. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So the first episode is called Welcome to the Temple. It starts off with Dario Corto basically showing that he's going to be bringing the best fighters and the best wrestlers to the States, and he's going to give $100,000 to the wrestler that most impresses him. So, kind of a cool intro. We get to see like different production elements of different Aztec warriors, fighters, kind of doing their thing a little bit. So, pretty cool introduction. And then we have Dario Corto. He comes out. He is basically called the CEO and the promoter of Lucha Underground. Gives a little quick promo. Excuse me. And he basically just says, what was said in the video package. First wrestler that impresses him will get a $100,000. So that's kind of where we're set up with to start off the night. First match, we get two veterans of the ring. Definitely we've seen before. Blue Demon Jr. faces off against Chavo Guerrero Jr. So, obviously no stranger to Chavo Guerrero. I believe I've seen Blue Demon in a few matches around the, wrestling circuit before. He's a legend in Mexico. So these two face off. I thought they had a really good match, back and forth. It was cool to see two veterans go at it like that. Ultimately, Blue Demon got the win. With a submission hold, his famous submission hold. Starts off like a sharpshooter, but then he doesn't really go full force with it, and then he sticks a knee in the back and then holds up one arm. So it's a pretty cool submission move. I forgot what it was called, but Blue Demon Jr. gets the win, and Chavo Guerrero loses. So then we go to the next segment, which was a video package. It was Conan talking to Dario Corto, and Conan basically says, I got the best fighter, and he's right here in the States. And Dario Corto says that I have signed Johnny Mundo. He's one of the best fighters in the world, but he's too cocky, and I know that he just wants to use Lucha Underground for the money and the fame. So it's kind of where that segment kind of gets left off at, but not too much else to that really. And then the next match we see we see a promo video for it's going to be Son of Havoc versus Sexy Star, and then we see a package for Sexy Star, basically showing that she can kick ass like. She can kick ass more than any man, and she believes all women are sexy and all women are stars. So that's kind of how she gets introduced. They just show her kind of training and whatnot. So then we have the match, Son of Havoc versus Sexy Star. I thought this match was pretty good, but it was really, really short. Sexy Star got in a lot of offense, But when it came down to it, Son of Havoc just did one big backbreaker, and that basically sealed the deal for Sexy Star. But, you know, it was really quick, but it was a good introduction, I guess. I guess I'm surprised, though, that they had Son of Havoc win, because it seemed like they were really building up Sexy Star. So, you know, it was not the best match, but it definitely, you got to see what Sexy Star could do in the ring. So that, I guess, was pretty cool. So anyways, Son of Havoc gets the win, and then we go to a video package of Puma, and we see like what Conan basically talks about Puma in this video package, saying that Puma is he embodies the Lucha Libre. He embodies the Aztec warriors. He's got like a bloodline that goes all the way from the original Aztecs. Apparently, that's his storyline, and he says that Puma's spirit animal obviously is the jaguar. So that was pretty cool. They did a lot of cool production effects for that. So I thought that was pretty cool. And obviously, earlier in the night, they announced that the main event was going to be Johnny Mundo versus Prince Puma. So that was pretty cool. Had no issues with that. Those two are obviously phenomenal. We all know what Johnny Mundo can do, and we know what Prince Puma, a.k.a. Ricochet, can do. So we knew that we were in for a really good main event. So, but the video package was really good for Puma. And then we had Johnny Mundo just doing some pull-ups. That's really all you really got from him, but everybody kind of knows what he can do at this point. Then we had another video package of Dario Corto coming into Chavo and just basically kind of taunting him after he lost the match. And he's like, basically just told him, you were supposed to come here and impress me, but instead you tapped out. And he basically says, you will not be getting the $100,000. And then Chavo sitting on a chair looking frustrated and upset with himself. And that's basically what happens there. But Dario Corto says next week, I'm going to bring in someone who can get the job done. So I guess Blue Demon's going to be wrestling someone else that Dario Corto brought in. So anyways, on to the next. We have our main event, which was Prince Puma versus Johnny Mundo. This match was really, really good. It was a good 15 minutes, if not more. The Temple, which they wrestle in, finally really started making noise for this match. You know, a lot of "This is awesome" chants. Some really cool stuff from Puma. We saw that half springboard that Puma did. It's almost like he catches his foot on the ropes and then does a flip. I thought that was really cool. Johnny Mundo did some really cool stuff. They fought on the outside. They went to the announcer's table. They did a bunch of different spots. Really, really fun match. A lot of high flying. So it was a really good way to kind of set up to what Lucha Underground is going to be, between a lot of high flyers and a lot of different styles you're going to see, not just the Lucha Libre style. So it was a really, really good main event. Johnny Mundo ends up getting the win. They called it the end of the world. I'm not sure why they didn't call it the Starship Pain. But, Johnny Mundo wins the match. I had no problem with him winning the match because, you know, he's everybody knows who he is. This is a new company. They're trying to, I guess, kind of establish a name for themselves. And Johnny Mundo is a guy that you can easily get behind, and he can be your flagship guy to carry the banner. So, had no problem with him winning the match over Prince Puma. He'll be fine, clearly. He's going to be featured quite a bit. And then after the match, Dario Corto comes out with the briefcase full of money. He basically, you know, he had a big cheesy smile on his face. Johnny Mundo, I think he said, great match. And Johnny Mundo said, you're welcome. And then Johnny Mundo tries taking the money. But then Dario Corto kind of pulls it back. And Johnny Mundo's like, what the heck, you know? What's going on here? And then all of a sudden, two guys that kind of look like LAX from Impact Wrestling come out, attack Mundo, attack Prince Puma, and they just start beating them down. And then all of a sudden, we see Big Rick, a.k.a. Ezekiel Jackson from WWE, just come out there and start choking Prince Puma, start beating up Johnny Mundo. He gives Johnny Mundo his finisher, like we've all seen, the one-armed slam down pretty much. It was almost kind of like a choke slam as well. But, yeah, and those two kind of celebrate after beating the Johnny Mundo and Prince Puma down. And basically what happens after that is Dario Corto comes on the mic, and he basically says, see, I told you I had other wrestlers signed. So I don't know if those wrestlers got the 100,000 or not, but it looks like those three, that unit is going to be aligned with Dario Corto, kind of setting up that they're going to be the big heels of the season. So Big Rick with his two henchmen who kind of look like LAX. I think one's name is Cortez. We did not find out the names of them on the first episode, so I'm sure we will, though. Anyways, I thought Welcome to the Temple was a really good introduction episode. Was it the best introduction episode they could have done? Probably not, because they kind of just threw you in with some video packages. But overall, I thought the episode was good. We got, I'd say we got one really, really good main event. You could say it was at least 4 stars. You got a decent match with Chavo, Guerrero Jr. and Blue Demon Jr. I'd say that was about 2.5 to 3 stars. And then you got a really quick one with Sexy Star and Son of Havoc, who we all know is Matt Cross on the Indies. Very talented worker. My question is, and maybe someone in the comments could answer this, is that how Matt Cross or Son of Havoc actually talks? Or is he using some type of voice modifier? Because it definitely sounded a little off to me. So maybe that's what they're kind of doing with his Son of Havoc gimmick. I'm not sure. But he's from the open road after all. That's where they announced him being from. So, yeah, that match was just okay. But Son of Havoc got the win there. But anyways, overall, I thought the show was pretty good. I'd probably give it a good B- territory. Wasn't the greatest episode, but it definitely was a great starter episode. So can't wait to review the second episode. But yeah, I hope you liked this review, and we're going to be going through all the episodes of season 1, all the episodes of season 2, 3, and 4, and so on. And it was good. It was good. I'm looking forward to watching this show, and it's going to be a fun time. So, hope you enjoyed it. I'm Hurls. See you next time.